Hello everyone, in this video you will see the return water protection, explanation how to do it and why is it so important for the boiler to have return water protection. So with H4EKO-D boiler we usually say you should install thermostatic valve in between the boiler and the buffer tank to make sure that the water inside the boiler is heated properly to prevent condensation inside the boiler. We also say that the 65 degrees return water protection is the best option. Uh, in this case, you keep the water inside the boiler as warm as possible, and in the same time, you make sure that the valve is mostly opened to release the hot water from the boiler to the buffer tank. We do not recommend to use higher than 65 degrees valves because if you would use higher thermostatic valve, then it would take a long time for the boiler to heat up to the higher value of the return water protection. And it would take longer time to heat up the buffer tank. So 65 degrees with our boilers is the best option. Now you have two options how to perform the return water protection. First one is to use thermostatic valve at 65 degrees. Second option is to use mixing valve, which can be connected to the boiler and operated by the boiler. In case of the mixing valve, when mixing valve is connected, and you can see last videos about how to connect mixing valve, but when the valve is connected, you go to the filters menu, valve settings, built-in valve, and then you can find the return protection feature. You can activate it and then select the minimal temperature which be kept inside the boiler, which, as I said, should be 65 degrees. Keep in mind that the control unit is able to operate one mixing valve, which we call built-in valve, but you can register more modules, additional modules, which can operate more mixing valves. So you can have one mixing valve on the primary circuit between the boiler and the buffer tank, and then you can, behind the buffer tank, you can have additional mixing valve with additional 431N modules, which can be registered to the boiler via these functions. How to connect the mixing valve and how to activate the mixing valve you can find in last videos we made, so please check that as well.